So today I want to talk to you about fat loss and if you need cardio for fat loss. So a lot of people, when it comes to fat loss, they think that they need to do cardio and they need to just hop on the treadmill and start hitting the cardio and start hitting the cross trainer and the treadmill for long time, 5 days a week, 6 days a week, or whatever. And that's not the case when it comes to fat loss. What they should be doing is sorting their nutrition out, fixing their diet, counting their calories, their macros, their proteins and fats, finding out how much they need to lose body fat, and then work from there. That's the mistake a lot of people make. They just hop on the treadmill, but they end up with losing muscle as well as body fat, which is what usually tend to happen if you just do cardio. That's why I recommend that you hit the weights, do resistance training, as well as hit the cardio, but slowly add it to your routine, to your regime. Because if you just do cardio all week, you'll end up looking skinny fat. You'll end up losing body fat, and you'll end up looking, because you lost muscle as well. When you lose body fat, you lose muscle with that. But when you do resistance training, you can maintain and grow muscle and basically look a lot in a better shape than as if you were just doing cardio alone. And you get a better result overall if you combine them together, or if you add a high intensity interval training to your regime. And also, the problem is with cardio, doing too much cardio, is that your body ends up becoming adapted to the amount of calories you burn after every session, and you get to a level where you can't burn any more than that. Let's say like you burn about 200 calories, 300 calories for like half an hour session through a treadmill. You're just gonna continue to do that, and for a while, and after a while your body becomes adapted to it. So you're not gonna hit that 300 calories if you continue to do the same thing over and over. But when you do resistance training, when you push yourself, when you do high intensity workout through resistance training and through high intensity interval training, you will challenge your body to burn calories not only during the workout but also after the workout, because your muscles become obviously sore after the workout, so they need they require energy. So as they require energy, they need to recover, they need to grow. So at up to 72 hours you're still burning calories if you do resistance training. Obviously, if you train properly, if you lifted heavy, if you did high intensity interval training properly, and if you know what you're doing, you will also burn calories afterwards, after the session. But if you do cardio alone, yeah, you will burn calories during the session, but after a while you become adapted to it. You're not going to burn as much calories after a while. And plus, you're going to end up skinny fat, which is you don't want. You lose muscle, and you don't want that. No one wants to lose muscle. No one wants to look skinny fat. Okay? So the question is, do you need to do cardio to lose body fat? And the answer to that is no. You don't need to do cardio to lose body fat. Obviously, it is a useful tool to lose body fat, to get to a body composition that you want. It's a useful tool that can help you get where you want, to the physique you want. But you don't. It's not necessarily important to do cardio. You can lose body fat through your nutrition, which is the main thing, and through resistance training, and if you combine it with high intensity interval training, and if you combine it also with low intensity steady state cardio. So if you do the four of them, cardio, your nutrition mainly, your resistance training hits the high intensity and low intensity. If you do the four of them, yeah, you will see results. But if you just do cardio alone and you just focus on that, yeah, you will lose body fat, but you'll end up looking skinny fat, and that's something that you don't want. You lose muscle. So my approach to it is focus on your nutrition, get your nutrition on point, calculate your macros, calculate your calories, obviously, see how much you need, and reduce it slowly, gradually over time. And then, after a while, add another resistance training into your session. Let's say you're doing a session twice a week, 2 sessions after a while. So then you end up doing 3, then 4. Then add another, do high intensity, 5th. And maybe on your rest day, you can do low intensity. So that's the best approach to losing body fat, is combining all these together. Not just doing one thing. It will speed up the process of you losing body fat. So instead of just going on the cardio machine, the treadmill, going for half an hour to an hour, and your diet is crap, you're not eating properly, you're eating 70% carbohydrates and very small amount of protein, you lose body fat, but also you lose muscle tissue, and that's something you don't want. So combine them together, calculate how much you need, how much fat you need, how much protein you need, how much carbohydrates you need. Get your nutrition properly, add resistance training to your routine, add slowly over time into your interval training. And then after a few weeks, after you start seeing your results over time, then you can slowly add 1 session a week, 2 sessions maybe after a while a week of low intensity steady state cardio. So there are many advantages to doing low intensity cardio, steady state cardio. The first one is it's easy to do. You don't need a skill to do it. You don't need to perform it. You just hop on the treadmill and you start walking slowly, and you get better at it over time. So it's easy to do. It's not like performing a deadlift or a squat or bench press that you need to warm up properly. You need to, get the blood flowing. So it's easy to do. And the second thing is very unlikely that you'll injure yourself. It's not like I said, it's not like deadlift or squats or bench press that you have to go heavy sometimes in order to maintain your strength or grow your muscle. It just it's unlikely you'll enjoy yourself unless you're very overweight, you're obese, or you have an issue with your knees or with your legs, or so third one is it's not as stressful for your nervous system as performing resistance training exercises like bench press, deadlift, squats, shoulder press, things like that. These will tax your nervous system heavily. So you can do low and steady state cardio on your rest days. So let's say your split is you're doing chest, back, legs, and in the middle you're doing a full day of just steady state cardio, just low intensity. You go for a walk for half an hour, 40 minutes, an hour. You just go for a walk. You're not taxing your body. You just go for a walk. You're just using your legs, getting the blood flowing into your legs. So it's a good option to mix it up with your resistance training on your days off. try to do that, and that's what I do. That's what I do on my days off. I go for a walk for half an hour, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, and I try to do treadmill, hop on the cross trainer, and I'll just go on this the bike as well. So I mix them up, try to combine them together. But I'm not going crazy. I'm just going for a walk, slow, steady, low intensity, nothing too crazy. So yeah, it's helpful on your days off, on your rest days. Number 4 is it has a lot of impact on your joints. Less stress on your joints, your knees, your feet, which can be a good thing. Like if you're suffering from an injury, like back injury or knees, or just going for a walk, clearing the head, can be a good thing. You feel better afterwards. So definitely keep that in mind. Try to add this to your schedule, to your regime. Another benefit is I can multitask. Like I can be on my phone, do some work from my phone. I can answer emails. I can listen to podcasts while I'm doing it, while I'm walking on the treadmill. So it can be a good thing. Like while I'm on my days off, just to clear the head. Sometimes you just need like an hour, half an hour, just something like not to think about anything else, but just going for a walk, clearing the head. And sometimes you think about your goals. You think about what you want to achieve during that day or during that week. It's good that you get that hour to do that, because when you're training, like doing resistance training, you can't really do that. You have to be in the zone. You can't really think about anything else. You're just focused on lifting weights and getting into like a rhythm that will help you like achieve that goal. Whether it's doing squats or deadlifts, you're not really thinking about anything else but lifting that heavy weight. Low intensity cardio will preserve the amount of muscle that you might lose while you're cutting body fat, because as you know, like when you're cutting down and you try and lose body fat, you will lose some amount of muscle. So doing cardio, low intensity cardio, will help you preserve that amount. If you don't go too crazy with the low intensity, if you don't go for too long, like an hour max, studies have shown that if you go overboard with the low intensity cardio, you might lose some muscle tissue, and that's something that you don't want. So basically, cardio will help you with that. Low intensity cardio will help you preserve that. So try to add that to your regime. So how would you implement steady cardio to your regime? First of all, you need to decide what your goals are. You need to know whether your goals are to like basically lose body fat or gain muscle. So if you want to gain muscle, I wouldn't recommend you doing cardio. You don't need to be doing cardio. Obviously, it is important. If you want to do it once a week, it's okay to do it, but you don't have to do it. If you're a skinny guy and you're trying to gain muscle, I wouldn't recommend you doing cardio. I would do a special regime for you, but cardio wouldn't be on that list. Maybe I'll add once or twice a week, like maximum, but you don't have to do it every day or something like that. And it wouldn't be too crazy. You won't go for too long for a long walk. So if your goal is to put size on, like I said, you don't need to do that. When it comes to fat loss, you need to sort your nutrition out. Then maybe after a while you can add that to your regime. Add cardio, low intensity, steady state cardio. Your nutrition is the main thing. So sort your nutrition out first, and then focus on building muscle, resistance training basically. As you do that, you will build muscle, you will lose body fat, as well as so basically when it comes to nutrition and fat loss, nutrition is the main thing. Cardio then comes later on in the picture. So sort your nutrition out. Nutrition is the main priority. Don't just jump on hop on the treadmill, and if your nutrition is crap, you're eating crap. That's the main thing. Like you need to sort that out. Cut all the junk food that you're having every day. Calculate how much you need. Ask your nutritionist or dietitian about the protein, the fats, the carbohydrates. What else? You also need to look into your training has been like the previous few weeks. So you need to look into your training. What has been like? What have you been? If your training been all over the place, you can fix that. You can sort it out with new regime. No big deal. But nutrition is the main thing, whether it's fat loss or gaining muscle mass. So the key is, let me go to the next slide. The key is to all of this is to gradually increase your output each week. So basically, you don't want to be cut all the carbs out or all the protein. So the key to all of this is to increase your output each week. Just gradually, every week, increase your output. Slowly, over time, you'll start seeing results. So don't be drastic. Like, you don't want to be drastically cutting calories out of your diet. And you don't want to drastically increase your output, because it's unsustainable. Like you can't do that for a long time. Yeah, you see a lot of people. I see a lot of people that they just got carbs from their diet all of a sudden, and they starve themselves for like a day or two, and then after a couple of days, they've starved themselves, and they just go back and start eating junk food again. They start eating shit again, and that's not something that you don't want to do. That's something like you should be avoiding all that. Don't drastically just cut all the calories out, and don't increase your output like crazy. Like all of a sudden start, doing weights, doing cardio, doing high intensity, all of them together at the same time. First week you're doing this regime. The goal is to slowly adapt to this regime, slowly and gradually add, like let's say you're doing 2 to 3 times resistance training a week. After a few weeks, add another session. So you're doing 4 sessions a week of resistance training. After a few weeks, add another session of high intensity interval, which is, if you don't know what high intensity, I will do probably a video on it, or you can look it up yourself and try to learn about high intensity interval training, and do that. So you're doing now 5 sessions a week, and if you do another session, just low intensity cardio, half an hour, 40 minutes, that's on your rest day, on the 6th day. That's it. That's all you need to do. 6 days a week, you take a day off and you repeat that, and slowly just change them up. Work around it. Do, like, let's say you're doing squats on the barbell, change it up with the dumbbells or kettlebell or something like that. Change them up, work around it. For me, that's how I deal with it. That's how I do it with my clients, and it works. It's better than drastically cutting all the calories out, and or drastically increasing your output. It's just unsustainable, and it's something that basically leads you to feeling crap. It will lead you to gaining body fat again, and you're not going to be able to sustain it for a long time. You'll end up, if you're trying to cut weight or cut body fat, you'll end up gaining that body fat back again. If your goal is to build muscle, you'll end up with building muscle, you'll end up gaining fat, loads of fat, which is what I see with a lot of people that do it before they come to me. So yeah, keep that in mind. Hopefully this video will help some of you. Hopefully this video was informative. I'll stay tuned for more videos to come. Thanks for watching.